This happened during one of those wild, end-of-the-year college ragers back at our dorm. Everyone was absolutely wasted. Suddenly, I felt the urge to hurl. The bathrooms were occupied, so as a last resort, I sprinted outside and puked in the bushes. When I finished and looked around, I noticed something weird. The ground floor window of the house next door was wide open. That was strange, because the guy who lived there was currently at our party. Curious, I walked over and saw some random dude inside, stuffing valuables into a travel bag. It took a minute to register through my drunken haze, but once it hit me, I ran back upstairs yelling, "Yo everyone, someone is robbing the house next door." The girls started calling the cops, but the booze fueled a sense of adventure in the guys. They grabbed whatever they could find, brooms, sticks, and a whole roll of duct tape, and stampeded toward the neighbor's house. The poor burglar heard the drunken mob yelling, panicked, and tried to bail out the same window. Too late. The guys tackled him to the ground. He just laid there, completely terrified. Then the real show started. The duct tape guy started binding the burglar's hands and feet. The dude was so stunned he just let it happen. Someone randomly produced a giant trash bag, and we fit his entire body inside with just his head sticking out. Then we wrapped him up with the entire roll of tape like a Christmas present. He didn't even look human anymore. He looked like a giant human caterpillar. He just sat there mumbling, begging us to let him go. The police were still nowhere in sight, and the guy's adrenaline was pumping. They weren't going to hurt him, so I went upstairs briefly to check on things. 5 minutes later, I came back out to an unbelievable sight. They had somehow tied the Caterpillar man upside down to a lamppost, leaving him hanging there. Everyone was still drunk, and the police response time was insanely slow. By the time they arrived 15 minutes later, we had moved the party outside. We brought speakers out, and were blasting music and dancing around the hanging human caterpillar. Someone even tried offering him a beer upside down. Neighbors came out to complain about the noise, but after seeing the guy and hearing the story, they just burst out laughing. The cops showed up trying desperately to look serious, but we could see them hiding their smiles. Apparently, they'd been searching for this guy for a while and couldn't believe this was how they caught him. They weren't mad since we were just college kids and didn't hurt him. But the absolute best part was when they got him down. They literally put him in the back of their squad car just like that, still wrapped up in his caterpillar cocoon, and drove off. We were rolling on the sidewalk laughing.